Hello students, today we will study poem Fire and Ice. This is from chapter 1, second poem of Robert Frost. Let's start to read the poem first. Fire and Ice by Robert Frost. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to know that for destruction ice is also great and suffice. So here poet has used very rhythmic words that each words rhyme with another. Here you can see fire rhyme with desire, and again fire, ice rhyme with twice, hate rhyme with great, and ice and again suffice. So there is a rhyme scheme of this poem. We can write here the rhyme scheme: in fire A and desire A, ice again fire A. So this rhyme scheme here, and ice rhyme with twice, so we can write here B, and twice we can write here B. Hate rhyme with great, so this is C rhyme scheme, and ice and suffice, this is B. So the rhyme scheme of this poem is A B A B C B C B. So this is the rhyme scheme of this poem. So I think all you would have understood the rhyme scheme of this poem. So let's start to read the explanation of this poem. So students, before you the explanation of the poem is presented. So first we start the first paragraph. What is there? The poem Fire and Ice is written by an American poet Robert Frost. The full name of Robert Frost is Robert Lee Frost. So Robert Lee Frost. Right here Lee Frost. Fire symbolizes desire and ice symbolizes hatred. This Fire and Ice is a symbolic poem. So fire is a symbol of desire and ice is a symbol of hatred. So in this poem, the poet has presented two different persons' view of how the world would end. Means here the poet talked about two beliefs of people about how the world would end, how the world would die, destruction of the world. So in this poem, the poet has presented the different view of the people. So, and there are the views are the world, either world would die with fire or with desire. So here the poet discusses the destructive features of human emotion. Here there are two destructive features of human emotions are described by the poet, his desire and hatred. And this desire and hatred is the symbol of fire and ice. So here it is presented by the writer that he uses the symbol of fire and ice. It shows how desire and hatred will be responsible for the destruction of the world. I think all you would have understood how the world would destroy. The world would destroy by desire and hatred. So desire and hatred can bring about the end of the world. Hello student, one thing I would like to explain here that uncontrolled and unending desires have made man greedy. So here uncontrolled and unending desire have made man greedy. So this greediness can destroy the world. So next point. Here the poet discusses the destructive features that is here described before you, desire and hatred. Move to the next point. He favors the people who believe the world will end because of fire. How the world will end. The poet has explained there how the world will end. The world will end because of fire. Because there are two beliefs of people. First one, that the world will end due to fire, this here symbol of desire. And fire and ice desire is such a dangerous thing that it keeps on growing and nobody is satisfied what they have and it just engulfed the whole world. It just engulfed the whole world. So, unending desire and greediness have made the man greedy and have made the world destroy. Next point. So, here we will read the next point, that here the poet says that if we don't control our desire, the world will end definitely, and it is an unending debate. So, we are facing the heat, natural calamities, volcano, global warming, the world will end. These things are also responsible for the ending of this world. And another one is fire denotes passion and desire. Due to this, humanity will end. So, if the world had to die second time, another thing here, students, another thing here, the poet has written that if the world had to perish twice, here perish twice, perish means die and twice means two time. So, if the world had to die two times, so which thing will be responsible for the destruction of the world? Here he had showed that ice would be responsible for the destruction of this world. So, the poet had tried to show his point that if the world had to die second time, hatred will be reason for the end of the world. Therefore, destruction ice is also great, and it is sufficient and it is enough and possible to destroy the world. So, which thing here the poet has presented, which thing here will be responsible for the destruction of this world? Ice. Okay, ice, because it is a silent killer, and ice or hate will freeze the hearts and emotions of people. Okay, so students, here ice and hatred will freeze the heart and emotions of people, and it has the strength to destroy the world. Which thing has the strength to destroy the world? Here the ice, hatred has this strength to destroy the world. So, hatred here, lack of love, lack of emotions, lack of love, and lack of the things that here the poet has presented. So, students, let's start the sum up of this poem. Fire and Ice is one of the Robert Frost's most popular poem. So, it is a most popular and the great achievement of poet Robert Frost. It was published in December 1920. In which year it was published? 1920. So, this poem was published in 1920. Here, poet Robert Frost in this poem Fire and Ice expresses the profound idea that the world would end in either of two ways. First one is either by ice or by fire. So, hatred and power of emotion, two things, the main theme of this poem. What are the main theme of this poem? Hatred and power of emotions are the major theme of this poem. The central theme are also there. This poem indicates destruction by ice. So here destruction, world would destroy, and this destruction it would be by ice, and which is caused by a complete absence of love. So, or an all-consuming hatred, complete absence of love and all-consuming hatred for someone or something. So, this is the poem's the central theme of the poem. Here the poet also had succeeded to present his point and how the world will destroy and who will be responsible for the destruction of this world. So, here I think all you would have understood this poem. Students, I hope you will read this poem properly and each and every line try to understand this much about this poem. Thank you.